What if I told you two different Amazon sellers selling the exact same product had completely different profit margins based on their ad spend? Well, every single day, Amazon stores are failing due to profit margins being too low or not existent at all. Today, we're using a tool that changes the PPC game. It gives you the ability to see which keywords have higher consumer conversion rates, how sales are dispersed amongst Amazon sellers, and more. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of this video to get all the tips and tricks from this strategy. Like always, if you find value to this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We put out content like this every single week, really giving you some skills to elevate your business. Now let's get started. Okay, like we said before, to get started, we're gonna be using a tool called Sellerize. I'll put a link in the description that will give you a 7-day free trial if you're interested. We're gonna be focusing on one of their tools called Keyword Hunter. Within the search box, you wanna input a word or phrase that best describes your product or niche. After typing out your keyword and pressing search, you'll be brought to this page that has some analytics that are different from most product research platforms. The first is the semantic core figure. The semantic core figure represents the keywords that are actually driving sales to that product. This is super important when you're doing your product research for these keywords when you want to use them in your PPC campaigns. There's no point in spending money on keywords that aren't driving sales. Another figure we're going to pay attention to is the average market availability. The average market availability is actually referring to the amount of sales that go to the sellers outside of position 1, 2, and 3 on page 1 for that niche. Once you scroll down slightly, you'll see all the keywords associated to the keyword you typed in that are driving sales. Now we want to download this report so we can further analyze and filter the information. Now I've just dropped the report into a Google Sheet. You can put it into Excel or whatever you honestly prefer, but you can see here we have the entire report with all the associated columns. We're going to focus on a few important columns here. We'll start with the conversion percentage. The figures in this column really are responsible for taking all the guesswork out of seeing which keywords are going to perform the best in our PPC campaign. For example, if a keyword has a conversion rate of 30%, that just means that out of 100 shoppers who type in that keyword, 30 of them are actually making a purchase after typing that word out. Next, what we want to do is filter this list more by highlighting the conversion percentage column and putting a filter that removes all the keywords that have a lower conversion percentage than 17%. After you highlight the column, add a filter by condition that is greater or equal to 16, just so we gather all the keywords that are higher than that. After hitting OK, you can see that it removed all the keywords with a conversion percentage below 16%. Next, take a look at the column of total sales. This just implies how many sales come from the specific keyword within the past 30 days. To the right of that column, you'll see top 1, top 2, and top 3 sales within the last 30 days. This is just referring to the number of sales that occur to the top 3 sellers on page 1 when typing in that keyword. Lastly is the other sales column. This figure represents the amount of sales that occur outside of that top 1, 2, and 3 sellers on page 1. The other sales column is really important because it gives us the amount of volume that occurs in sales outside of those top 3 positions. For example, if we saw the top 3 positions had 88% of the sales within the niche, that's a good indicator that those top 3 sellers are really dominating the niche, and there's not a lot of room for other sellers like ourselves that are trying to rank organically higher in the search results. Now that we established we want high other sales percentages, highlight the column and sort it from Z to 8. This is going to put the highest percentage keywords at the top and the lowest percentage keywords at the bottom. From there, we're going to remove all the keywords below 35%. Again, the reason we're filtering these out is to see which keywords have the highest volume of sales outside those top 3 positions. Now you can see our list is much smaller than the initial 120 keywords that we started with. From here, I like to go through the list and delete any keywords that have hardly any sales within the last 30 days, as well as to make sure that listed keywords are related to my specific product. Now we're left with keywords that have a good conversion percentage a good other sales percentage, as well as a good relevancy to our niche. What's left now is to check and see what keywords our competitors are targeting within the same niche. To do that, you'll go back to the page that shows up when searching your keyword, and instead of semantic core, you're gonna choose related products. From here, I like to take the top 5 sellers from the list and click on their ASIN to the left. The same thing will occur where the keyword hunter will organize the keywords into the semantic core, indicating they're making sales. Next, you want to download the report of each seller and put them into the same Google Sheet. Then, like we did before, highlight your conversion percentage column and add the filter greater or equal to 16. Then on our other sales percentage column, organize it from Z to A and delete any keywords that has a percentage below 35%. I'll then quickly go through the list and delete any keywords that are barely making any sales again. You'll also notice that the same keyword has been targeted by multiple sellers, so the word is shown multiple times on our list here. To fix that, we're going to select the entire sheet, click Data, Data Cleanup, Remove Duplicates. Then we want to click Data has a header row because we do this with all the titles related to our columns. Then we just unselect all and reselect column A because the column holds the keyword names, and click Remove Duplicates. Again, at this point, go through your list and make sure all the keywords shown have relevancy to your product. We want to remove any keywords that are not specifically related to our product or niche. Okay, at this point, you should have 2 different lists. Your first list was created off that first keyword, that base keyword that we typed in. The second list is all the keywords targeted by your competitors. Your next step is to put those 2 lists together. Once you add the list together, we want to eliminate any duplicate keywords from our list like we did for the competitors list. So quickly go in and remove those duplicates with the same strategy. Next, I'm going to highlight the other sales column and organize it from Z to A. From our list now, we can see which keywords have higher volumes of sales outside the top 3 sellers. Lastly, for your remaining list, you want to focus on your top 10 to 15 keywords. These are going to be the keywords we'll use in our exact match keyword targeting PPC campaigns. Now, if you made it to this point in the video, I'm sure you can see how 2 different sellers selling the exact same product can have completely different profit margins dependent on which keywords they're targeting. Now, of course, manufacturing costs, shipping costs, fulfillment fees, all those variables will play a role into your profit margins, but this just shows to speak how valuable it is to target those certain keywords and how powerful they can be for your PPC campaigns. If this video felt like a lot to take in all at once and you want some more one-on-one tailored help, check out our Patreon community. It gives you access to me through Discord for a private chat, as well as video calls for me or you to share our screen and solve any problems that arise during the process. Lastly, if you guys found value to this banger, make sure to give me a much appreciated like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.